The stars are right, and that means it's time for another episode of The Whisper in Darkness. Welcome, everyone, to tonight's stream. I am trying to load some decks, and OneDrive is not cooperating, so I'll probably start off by playing a little bit of Diana to kick things off tonight. Probably play her through Doom of Eztli, pick up where we left off last week, and see how well she will do in that scenario. May use the torch to get rid of some of those treacheries in the deck. I'm hoping to play Marie at some point if OneDrive will cooperate, so we'll see how things go, and we'll go from there. I think we're set up here. Yes, we are. Okay, let's go grab some cards and let's play some games here. I believe I've got to load some tokens here as well, just because of the, I'm not sure if that glitch in Octagon was fixed or not. So we need a -5. We also need, I believe, an elder one. Yeah, that tentacle pull last week, Tim, was probably one of the most painful I've had in a long time. That thing, that really threw me for a loop. Not much fun when you get that far in a game and then suddenly you have a pull like that right at the worst possible moment, really. Yeah, not much you can do about that one. Sort of feel like those ones, the Chaos Bag shouldn't play a role. I mean, I did everything I could do and had trumped the Chaos Bag, and then of course it throws that at you, and you're screwed. So I cannot remember what we need for that. Let me go take a look here. What do I need? I am looking for, if we're going to pick up where we left off in the Forgotten Age, I need to know how many tokens I need to add here. Is it 1 or 2 for what's her name? I believe it's 2 for Ichtaka for some reason. I'll have to load it up and see here. It is, oh, it's just 1 token, and it's a cultist token. All right. Now we're back on track. Let's reset this. Hope everyone is having a good weekend. I was busy out running errands today, so I'm looking forward to finally getting to sit down and play a little bit. Haven't played very much this week. I've been doing other things, so including working on my reviews for the secret name cards. So I'm looking forward to sharing those in the next probably couple weeks. I'll get those done. And yeah, it's an interesting set. It's got an interesting mix of cards. The gold cards are quite a mixed bag. I was talking to the guy who built this deck, Doc Leo, to see if he was playing the Enchanted Blade in it, and he was not. So I am not going to bother with that either. Looks interesting. It's an interesting option compared to the 45 automatic and the machete, but all right, I think we've got all the tokens we need. think we're ready to go here. So we are playing the Doom of Eztli with Diana Stanley. I can't even remember what my weakness was last game, so we'll just grab a random one for the hell of it. We've got Psychosis added to our threat area. After you take one or more or take one direct damage, double action to discard Psychosis. Let's see if I can remember how to play this game. I feel sort of out of sorts. We start here at the entryway, of course, which is the 2-shroud location with 1 clue. Has the action to resign. You've escaped for now, or check your supplies if you've got a torch. Look at the top 2 cards of the exploration deck. Discard each treachery looked at by this effect. Shuffle the exploration deck. Torch is usually going to come in handy. I think for the first game we'll just play it without, play without the supplies. That's one of the things I don't really like about the Forgotten Age, is having to go pick supplies first before you play. I think we're ready to draw our opening hand. Let's see how we do here. All right, we've got Shriveling, St. Hubert's Key, a Deny Existence, and an Emergency Cache. That's pretty nice. Well, obviously we don't need the second key. Deny Existence is good. Shriveling is not going to really help us right at the beginning. I'd rather have one of my Guardian weapons, so we'll mulligan that. That gives us 2. There's a Ward. That's okay. That'll help us against all the treacheries in the deck. And there's a Steadfast. Hey, get to see a Steadfast for the first time at the start of a game. That will come in handy. Unfortunately, no weapon. That's going to be not very good, because there is oodles and oodles of enemies in this encounter deck. So Agenda 1A, of course, is Something Stirs. 6 Doom Threshold, but it gets +1 for each player in the game, so it's actually a 7. But of course, Doom is placed on locations in play, so of course that 6 is actually not going to last very long. Act 1A is Into the Ruins. We need 3 clues to advance to the next act, of course, but getting those 3 clues at the beginning of this scenario can be a real pain. I find I spin my wheels a lot in this one as I just try to get some traction at all, and I'm going to see if we can't maybe use that ward to our advantage at the beginning, cancel one of those early treacheries, and then get a move on. Yeah, I have played a other Guardian deck, Tim, that with the tarot card in it, and I do like it. I just find with the tarot card, if you don't have that, if you don't get it in your opening hand, paying those 3 resources is a little bit painful for just the 1 bonus, but it is good to, it is nice to have that extra willpower or combat, depending on which way you decide to go. Maybe if I've also got a Joe deck in that deck folder that I am waiting for my OneDrive to load up, so maybe we'll try that one as well, depending on how much time we have. All right, well, I think we're ready to go here. So let's take 3 actions and see if we can't beat this damn quest. Yeah, it's a tough one, but and I don't have Astral Travel in this deck, which would of course come in extremely handy. So I suspect Diana will not do very well in this particular scenario, but we'll see. You never know. So first action, I think we will. We don't need the cache right away because we have the. So we'll play St. Hubert's Key. We don't need to play the emergency cache. So that we're up to 2 willpower and 4 intellect. We should have 3 agility. Let's see, it's a 2-shroud location, so we're going 4-2. Let's try to grab this clue. Chaos Bag says Elder Sign right off the bat. Wow. What a generous Chaos Bag right off the bat when I have nothing I can take out from under Diana. But that's still a +2. I'll take it. I'll take the clue. We've got one resource to play Ward of Protection if necessary because we are going to go exploring. So we will hide the exploration deck and shuffle it up and see what we get here. First card off the top of the exploration deck is going to be Underground Ruins. Does that count? No, it doesn't count. We need the Ancient Ruins or the... oh, we get a Deep Dark. That one is not worth canceling. Put Deep Dark into play next to the agenda deck. No more than one clue may be discovered. That doesn't matter. Forced at the end of the round, we discard one copy of Deep Dark. So we did grab a clue, but didn't make any progress on the exploration. So we will go to the no enemies, upkeep. Upkeep, we draw a prophecy, and this Deep Dark will go away. That's another card that we can dump on Diana if necessary. We will, I guess we'll just add a Doom. Draw our first encounter card of the game, which is going to be Final Mistake, Test 2, Agility. This test gets +1 difficulty for each Doom on your location. If you fail, take 2 damage. So it's a 2 or 3 versus 2. I am not going to cancel that because I hate Entombed more than I hate that thing. So we're going 3-2. Chaos Bag says... What are the skulls? They are -1s. Is it worth playing Prophecy on that? Oh... Nah. What are those ones? Number, location. Actually, maybe. Yeah, let's try Prophecy, since we can stack it underneath her. So we draw 5 Chaos tokens instead. And we're looking for specials. Did we get one? We got the Elder Thing. Is that worse? Reveal another token. If you fail, place 1 Doom on your location. Well, it's either that one or the auto fail. So let's take a peek at the top. Top one is a 0, so we do pass, and we do get that prophecy underneath Diana. So we will trigger her ability to get. We get a card and a resource. So there's David. Nice to see him early. Since we don't have any other allies. All right. That was that. Okay, we get our 3 actions. Do we put David out? David will get us lots of money. Lots of money would be good for... And we can probably get rid of him because there's so much stuff that will kill you in this particular scenario. So let's put him out. We will go put him out. We will gain +1. So we're up to 3 willpower. We will exhaust him and place a Doom on him to gain a resource. Second action, let's go exploring. We get the Burial Pit. That doesn't count. There's Ill Omen. Peril, choose a location where there is at least 1 investigator. Place 1 Doom on that location. Each investigator at the chosen location takes 1 horror. Oh, you're going to make me do this, aren't you? Okay, well, that gets a Doom. Now we have the choice of putting the horror on us or David. It's a tough choice. because we're already up to, we'll be up to 3 doom of 7. Yeah, we'll put it on David. We'll play risky. No, we don't want to put it on David. Sorry, we'll put it on ourselves. So that goes away. And we shuffle the burial pit back in. So no dice there. We need to explore one more time. I'll shuffle that up again. And we get, there is final mistake again. So it's a +1 difficulty because there is a doom this time, so we're going 3-3. I am not going to commit anything to that. Chaos Bag gives us a -2, so we fail. I guess I kill David at this point. That was a bit of a waste. But he did take 2 damage for us, so, and got us a resource back. So I guess that's not bad, all things considered. Still making no progress. That's always my favorite part of this scenario, is how you can sit on the entryway and go nowhere for so long. That will be the no enemies upkeep. We draw a vicious blow. So we've got a vicious blow, but no weapon to work with. So we are no weapon. I want a weapon. We'll see if we can get one here. We go to 3 out of 7 doom. And there's our first enemy. Ah, shoot. Ah, too soon. Do we Dark Insight the enemy? That is a possibility. Dark Insight the enemy and ward the Entombed. Can we play it? Yes, we can. All right. So we will do that. Shuffle that back into the deck. Gain a card. There's another emergency cache. All the emergency cache, but no weapon to use it with. Actually, no real assets to speak of to use it with. We get our 3 actions. Let's go exploring. Burial Pit again. Ancient Hall. There we go. We are making progress at last. 2 Shroud location, 3 clues. At the end of the round, flip one of the clues on Ancient Hall to its doom side. Any investigator at Ancient Hall may spend 3 resources to cancel this effect. So we need to grab these 2 clues as quickly as we can, so we don't add even more doom. I'm glad we got that on our first explore, not the. So worst comes to worst, if I miss the first test, I can play a cache and use it to pay, so we can keep the clue there. Is it per? No, it's just 1. So second action, we will investigate only 4 versus 3. Not great odds, but we get a 0. Okay, so we do grab a clue there. 4 versus 3 again. I think the Chaos Bag is still pretty good. Skulls are -1s. The Cultist is a -1 as well. And that is just reveal another. All right, let's investigate for our third action. Chaos Bag says -2 that time. That sucked. Well, that was a risk, but so we're going to lose this clue. I was afraid of that. It's at the end of the round. So we get a weapon. So that becomes a doom instead. We're up to 4 of 7. Going to be 5 of 7 shortly. What are we at? 1, 2, 3. So we're still at 3. So we can play the cash and get the automatic down. We have a steadfast and a vicious blow, so we can take an enemy if necessary. So 5 of 7. Chaos Bag gives us a deep dark. We can only get 1 clue. That's fine since we have no clues to get. Whoops. All right, let's play a cash for 3. We'll play our automatic for 4. That takes 2 actions, and then we'll go exploring. We need to shuffle. Shuffle, and Chaos Bag gives us... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Crypt Chill, test 4. We're only a 3. Steadfast gets us to 6. I think we got to play the Steadfast. So we're 6 versus 4. Chaos Bag gives us an Elder Sign. Hey, nice. Okay, so we get that. We pass the Crypt Chill. We will take back the Dark Insight. And that will be that. So that was our Explore, still making very little progress. We go to Upkeep. We get another copy of Deny Existence. Deep Dark goes away. And we're ready to go. 3, 4, 5, 6 of... Oh, that bastard's going to show up too. I forgot about the Harbinger. Shows how often I've played this scenario lately. We are going to see the Harbinger next turn. What is our mythos? What is our card? Terran Time, test 3 willpower. For each point you fail by, you must either lose an action or take a horror. 3/3. We can deny existence that if we really blow it. -3, we really blow it. So we'll deny existence that. We do get a card and a resource out of it. Drawn to the Flame, which is always nice in this scenario at the end, if you need to grab clues off of the Chamber of Time. I love having a Drawn to the Flame for that. But otherwise, we don't take 3 horror. So I am 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I should be 4. You're right. I keep shorting myself. All right, so we got 4 willpower. We still blew that test, though. Terribly. Let's get some actions. Let's just keep exploring. We need that to... We need... Oh, we can get the underground passage as well. Let's... shuffle that up. Explore. There's the Entombed. Yeah, that gets cancelled. No, thank you. So that's a different phase, so we can use that to our advantage. We're up to 5 willpower. And we get a card and oh, we got another ward out of it. Sweet. And we take a horror. Okay, well, we got rid of the Entombed. There can't be that many treacheries left in this bloody deck. There is the is it the Grand Chamber? Grand Chamber. 2 shroud location with 1 clue. This is the one when you investigate you need to succeed by at least 2. Otherwise you flip it. Do we have anything to succeed by at least 2? We do not. We just have the... We are just a 4-2, and we'd have to draw a 0 or +1 or Elder Sign. Everything else is bad. Or we play the Drawn to the Flame for it. If we get this clue, we can advance. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. We will take the card. Oh, there's another Tear in Time. So that is, we are a 5-3, so we'll just take that. Chaos Bag says 0, so we pass that test and we get this clue. And we will wait till the player window during the enemy phase to advance. So we will spend the 3 clues and advance. All right, shuffle Chamber of Time into the Exploration deck. There's only 4 cards in the Exploration deck, and I think most of them are going to be locations. Check your supplies. If we have chalk, we do not have chalk. We'll add that to the victory display. So Vengeance is 1 right now. Magic and Science Act 2A. We need to be in the Chamber of Time and spend 2 resources to advance. All right, that will be, we go to Upkeep. Another 45 automatic. And we got a resource, and I guess we're going to advance. 7 Doom. Let's flip this over. The Ruins Awaken spawn us the Harbinger at the location with the most Doom. So do we think we can race this guy, or do we just deal with him? We are 3-4 with the automatic. It's a 4 versus 3. We could Vicious Blow for 2, but that killing him isn't really the point. We just want the resources. I think we need to deal with him before we go anywhere. How many turns did we get? I think I'd rather deal with him now. I don't want to get... I've played this in the past where I've tried to race him to the chamber, and then I get to the chamber, and then I have so much stuff I've got to race on the way back that I've got to get through on the way back to the entryway that it doesn't quite work out. He does have Retaliate too, doesn't he? So we may need to use that Vicious Blow just to give us an extra... Well, we'll see what we get for an encounter card here before we... So 12 Doom, but we've actually got 2 on the table. So 13. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. So we draw a Fang of Yig. 3/3/3. Fight, Health, and Evade. He also has Retaliate, and while he is engaged with a poisoned investigator, we cannot play cards or commit cards to skill tests. We're not poisoned, but he's got that bloody 3 health, which is a real pain in the butt. We can kill him with a Vicious Blow, though. That is really our only Although we can also Dark Insight him. I think we need to Dark Insight him. I can't deal with 2 enemies right now. We'll drop that underneath us. We go up to 6 willpower. He gets shuffled back into the deck. We get a card. Prepared for the worst. That's not going to help us very much. All right, well, we got rid of that enemy, so we can deal with this other one. Actually, prepare for the worst is good, because it's got a combat icon, which we need. So we will move back to the Ancient Hall and engage the Harbinger. First action, we will attack. Commit prepared for the worst, so we are 4-5 versus 3. Chaos Bag, come on. Chaos Bag gives us a 0. Nice, 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 nice. For 2 damage, and we dump a resource on him. 1 down, 1 to go. We'll do it again, committing Vicious Blow this time. We are going 3, 4, 5 versus 3. Chaos Bag says -3. Oh, that hurts. He will retaliate. And all of a sudden we are in deep. Yeah, I probably should have committed. Actually, no. We don't have to take that retaliate. We can deny existence that. We can deny existence some of it. So we will deny existence the horror. So we will still take the damage. We will send that to back. So now we're at 7 willpower. I wish I had that shriveling back. There's a machete, so that gives us another icon to work with. I'd hate to commit that ward of protection to this test. Oh, he's going to attack us anyway. So we're going to take another... so during the enemy phase... So we're 4-4 out of 7s. Man, I thought we were going to be able to do that. We get an evidence. That's not going to be all that helpful. 3 Doom of 13. Chaos Bag. There's another Entombed. Okay, well I'm glad I didn't spend my ward on a skill test, because that needs to be... there's nothing better in this scenario than getting entombed with an enemy next to you or on top of you. So that'll go away. We'll take a horror. I think we're at 8 now. So if we draw terrible secrets, we simply die outright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're at 8 willpower. We are a god in the willpower department. Another evidence. That doesn't help. Okay, so we warded the Entombed. Well, all we can really do is pitch the machete, because otherwise he will just kill us. So we have to do that. So we are going 3, 4, 5 versus 3. Chaos Bag says -2. Hey, we beat him. We did it. Takes another 2 damage and a resource, and he is out of play and out of our hair. Whew. That could have been the end of the game right there. Second action, move back to the Grand Chamber. Third action, we explore. We don't need to to shuffle. There's the Burial Pit. That is fair game, so we will move there. Burial Pit 3-shroud location with 1 clue. After you put it into play by exploring, you must either draw 2 cards from the top of the encounter deck or place 2 Doom on Burial Pit or any combination thereof. We need one more gun thing gone. We shot him 3 times. Well. Draw 2 cards or place 2 Doom. Do I split it 1 and 1, or do I just take the 2 Doom? If I take 2, we'd be at... I've never had good luck when I place the Doom on here. I always run out of time in the end. But I'm not really... If I could draw a Shriveling, I would feel a lot more comfortable about drawing drawing those encounter cards. Let's place the Doom. We'll go that way and avoid the encounter cards this time. We don't have a lot of health and sanity left anyway, so there is another Drawn to the Flame. Okay, that's good because if we can get to the chamber, we can grab the 2 clues there, and then it's just a race to the end. We are at 2, 4, 6. There's another Fang, and I don't have any tricks to get rid of him this time. And we've only got 1 shot with the gun, and it's not going to be quite enough. I've got 2 guns, but it's not going to be enough. Alright, well, I guess I feel better about taking the 2 Doom simply because the Fang would have been... The Fang would have been on top, so I would have been getting at least 1 enemy, plus something else, plus... Possibly, I could have possibly drawn 3 enemies at this location, which would have pretty much sealed it. I can't really evade him. I guess I could, but I'd have to waste my gun. Let's go... If I shoot him, and then it would be even for the... He's got Retaliate, though. He's got Retaliate, and I can't... if I evade him... If I kill him, I can play Evidence and grab the clue. No real good options. We'll go 4-3. Wish I had more icons. This deck needs more combat icons. Skull. That is going to be... Doom on my location, so it's a -3. So I take a Retaliate. 6-5. That's not going to do very well for us. Alright, well, I think our goose is cooked on this one. We've got all the willpower in the world at 8, but unfortunately we don't have a Shriveling to use it, or a Mists. A Mists of Relay would be good as well. Unfortunately, Mists in this, then you'd have to mist him twice, because you got to come back this way. Trying to hit him twice with 3 is not... Let's try to evade him. Hang on as long as we can. That's a -1. That won't do us any good. And we'll try to evade him one more time. And we get a +1. Okay, well, now the game is just toying with us. Because we do manage to evade him, but we have no actions remaining. So he will re-engage us. There's the vicious blow we needed. to shoot him with our gun the last time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We get an Ancestral Fear, Peril Surge, place a Doom, and discard Ancestral Fear. We'll add it to the victory display. And there's a Deep Dark. That's not going to matter. Vicious Blow him or evade him. Let's evade him. Oh, we do evade him. Look at that. We do evade him. Okay. Okay, so since I did manage to evade him, what I could do in this situation is head back and resign, and then we could play this all over again and with more Doob in play and see if we can do it that way. Or we can just try to press forward. I forget what that one location is. I think we have to take damage there, or something to that effect. The secret hallway or ladder or one of those. So we will. There's my octagon. There we go. So I could run and flee and just resign and try it again, but I'll probably try it again anyway. I'm just going to see if we can't grab a clue here and just keep going. We're a 4-3. We'll go 6-3. Chaos Bag gives us a 0. So we do grab this clue. Let's go. Let's run forward. Forwards, not backwards. And twirling, twirling. We shuffle it up and we go to Secret Passage. That is the one I was thinking of. Can we get there? Yes, we can get there. So we get to the Secret Passage. We're just going for it. We're just going for it. Secret Passage, 5 Shroud location with 1 clue. After you enter Secret Passage, you must either take 1 horror and 1 damage or place 1 doom on Secret Passage. If we've got the rope, we ignore this effect. We have no rope, so we're going to place a doom on this thing since we can't afford to take a horror or a damage. Actually, I should have discarded the key. Right. That goes away. Since I should have been at 5. And then I heal 2, so I'm actually at 4. Alright, so now we're back on track. What was that pull with the evidence? It was a 0. So I think we were okay there. Yeah, we were okay. So we were we should have been a 3 when we pulled that, and we got a 0. So we do. I think we're back on track. We are going. I guess that was our turn. Come on. No enemies. He readies. We get Alyssa. So we've lost our key, but we did draw Alyssa. We've got a lot of resources to play Alyssa. Alyssa has 3 sanity. That is also very good, and lets us look at the top card of the encounter deck. All right, we are at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're gonna run out of time. Chaos or the deck gives us Ill Omen. So we choose a location. There's an investigator. We place a doom. And we take a horror. So now we are at 5 of 7. Let's play Alyssa first. curious to see what's coming up here. Let's take a look at what's worse, the encounter deck or my deck, because Terrible Secrets will kill me outright. Let's look at the top card. Top card is an Ancestral Fear, so we're going to Surge next turn. Okay, we've used Alyssa. I'm not going to add the Doom, obviously, because we're going to really run out of time. Let's go Explore. There's the Chamber. Okay, so we got to the Chamber. Hey, small victories, small victories. 2 clues for Shroud. After it enters play, attach the set-aside relic to it and place a Doom on the Chamber. So we add a Doom there. How many Doom do we have in play now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 4 is 11 out of 13. So we have definitely run out of time. I'm going to use my final action to play my Drawn to the Flame to grab those 2 clues. And we also get the Ancestral Fear, which we'll add to the victory display to get an Obscuring Fog. That's fine. Of all the encounter cards I'd like to see right now. We can go... Only Investigators in the Chamber, so we can go to the enemy phase and spend our clues. 2 of them to advance. The Great Reordering begins. Choose an Investigator. So we get the relic. I wish the relic had health and sanity, but unfortunately it does not. Now the reordering begins, so that goes there. I think it's most doom to least doom. Place left to right in order of how much doom on them from lowest to highest. Place left to right between the 2 locations, or how much doom is on them from lowest doom to highest doom. Okay, so we can go, entryway goes over here. We can go Grand Chamber, Ancient Hall, Burial Pit, Secret Passage. Now, if I had an Ancestral Travel, we'd be laughing. Unfortunately, we do not. So that's where it stands. We're not going to make it out, but hey, we tried. We will upkeep. We draw a Dark Prophecy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of 13, and we get another Obscuring Fog, which can't go on that location. So we get our 3 actions, and the furthest we can get is 1, 2, and then, well, we wouldn't die to the Fang. So we go here. Fang engages us. Oh, the Burial Pit. It's into play by exploring. Okay, so we don't have to do that again, fortunately. We'll let Alyssa die to that. Actually, we'll take the damage. Fang attacks us, and that'll be the game. There's the Shriveling. Well, wouldn't have mattered at this point. Then we add a Doom, and we've got way too much Doom in play. So again, that Burial Pit play came back to bite me this time around. I will take a peek at chat here. So, that was not great. Not great. We did make it on the way back, at least, which is a lot further than I thought we were going to get there when we started to run out of health and sanity. But Oh yeah, only 5 cards. Okay. Yeah, I knew there had to be some catch. So she can't end up with that many cards underneath her. But even drawing extra cards and cheating didn't help us in this scenario. So there you go. I even tried to cheat and it wasn't enough to beat it. Let's give it another try. I'm game. I usually play this one a couple times just to see how... Get the rust out, see how we do. Load some decks, load some markers. All right, let's do this again because it's a fun, challenging scenario. So we start back at the entryway. We'll draw another random weakness just for variety's sake. Mob Enforcer this time. So another enemy to deal with if we have to deal with him. We're just going to rerun it. We're going to just see how things go. We'll see how things go. I think we're ready to draw our hand, actually. That's the thing I love about Octagon, is that you can set it up super fast. Whoa, look at all those wards. 2 wards of protection, 2 deny existence, and an evidence. We don't need the evidence. We'll keep 1 of each. One of each, so we draw 3. There's our Mob Enforcer. 2 emergency caches. Oh, what a dreadful hand. Well, we got a gun. That's something. But no key and no Alyssa. That's going to make for a rough start. All right, well, let's see how we do. First action, we will play a cache for 3. Second action, we'll play the gun for 4. Third action, we will investigate for 3 versus 2. Chaos Bag gives us a 0. Okay, well, went about as well as we could do there. Upkeep, we draw Shriveling. Hey, if the game, with all these wards and deny existences in our hand, we should be able to power up that Shriveling really quickly. We go to the Mythos phase. First encounter card, Final Mistake again. Test 2 agility, or we take 2 damage. I can test and then deny it if necessary. 3-2. Chaos Bag gives us a 0, so we don't have to do anything. All right. That's nice. Would kind of like to have the kind of like to get some cards under her, but I'm not averse to just passing skill tests straight up either. Let's put the Shriveling down while we have a chance. So it's not really good, but it will be later. Let's go exploring. So we want to visibility, nobody. Shuffle and draw. We are, oh, come on. Crypt Chill. Test for or and discard an asset. I don't want to discard an asset. And I only have 1 willpower, so I'm going to cancel that. All right. So we get a willpower out of that, and a card, and a resource. There's a steadfast. Where were you like a second ago? That would have been very helpful. So we played, we explored. I need to take a horror. And we can explore again. Now I'm going to draw the Entombed. No? Hey, look at that. We got lucky. That one's fair game, isn't it? Yes, it is. So we're at the Grand Chamber, 2 Shroud, 1 Clue. And if we don't succeed by at least 2, we have to flip it. So we're going to need some help in order to get that at the rate we're going. Flashlights, drawn to the flames, even a perception might help us. So that's going to be our turn. Upkeep, we get a machete. That's helpful, but not what we need right now. Alright, we just go to Mythos. 2 of 7. We get Lost in Time, shuffling non-story asset you control. Ah, we just tried to get rid of that bloody... So we have to lose one of our assets. If no asset is shuffled into your deck by this effect, we discard 3 cards from our hand. I'll shuffle the gun. I've got a machete now, so I don't feel like canceling that or doing anything with it. So we can play the machete this turn. Oops. First action, we will play the machete. Now, we can't really get this clue. We would get the Ancient Hall, which would set us up for... We need to get both clues right off the bat or get a doom. That's not great. I don't think we can succeed by 2 here. Or we can explore. If we explore and get the Ancient Hall, we can only grab 1 clue. Burial Pit is the... That's the one where we draw encounter cards. Well, if we draw the Ancient Hall, we can play the emergency cash to keep the card, to keep the clues there. I think that's what we'll do. We will go explore. Entombed. Well, that's just great. All right. Put Entombed into play. We are stuck. We need 4 or 4. And if we can't get out, if we don't get out the first time, it gets easier. Otherwise, we are stuck. Let's try to get out. I guess we'll use our, doesn't really matter, strength or agility. Actually, it does. We have a steadfast. Steadfast we can play for 3, so that brings us to 6 versus 4. Is the Chaos Bag going to play nice? Chaos Bag was going to let us pass it anyway. Chaos Bag. We do get out of the Entombed, though. So I guess that was okay. I mean, we couldn't grab this clue, so that was not going to be really on the table. We got the Entombed and we dealt with it in a turn. So I'll take that. That's we get a dodge. Okay, that's good. When the Harbinger comes. Add a Doom. 3 of 7. Mythos, or the encounter deck, gives us a creeping poison. We're not poisoned. Then it gives us Curse of Yig. Okay, so we're -1. -1 combat, -1 health, and we're a serpent. And we can get rid of it if we test 2, but we are a 2. I'd rather save my good cards to get rid of stuff that 2/2 isn't great, but that's not really hurting us at the well, with the machete it is hurting us. And we can't really Alright, I'm going to explore first. Let's draw some more treacheries. Nope, we got the Burial Pit. Alright, Burial Pit, after you put it into play, draw 2 cards from the top of the encounter deck or place 2 Doom on Burial Pit. We're going to take the 2 cards this time. We do have a Dark Insight, so we can... Oh, we don't have the cash for it, though. There's an enemy. That could be a mistake. And Serpent's Call... We either become poisoned or we draw 2 more cards. That's not a great choice, is it? Sure. Let's draw 2 more cards. Another Curse of Yig. Why is that not limit 1? We're double cursed, so we have -2, and we've got to fight this stupid Brood of Yig. And we get a Creeping Poison, which doesn't hurt us but surge us into an Ancestral Fear, which means if we add a Vengeance, this guy gets tougher. Or we place a Doom. I think we got to place a Doom this time. Let's see how many cards we can draw with at one location. Oh, jeez. So that was a terrible decision. Add 2 Doom or draw 2 cards, which turned into 2, 3, 4, 5. How many cards? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it was like 5 cards I think we drew there. That was bad. 2 enemies. Well, at least we're not entombed. When did all this start? I think this started when I moved to this location, did it not? Yes, it did. Okay, so we've still got 2 actions remaining. But we have a combat of 2 because of the Curse of Yig. And this guy, I don't think we have anything in the we don't have anything in the victory display, so this guy's still a 2. He's still reasonable. And of course it turns off the machete because now we have 2 enemies. We have a shriveling that's not going to quite do it for us. Have I mentioned how much I love this scenario? It is tough. Yeah, double. I think this is the first time this has ever happened to me. Double Curse of Yig, double enemy. And we've got a strength of 2. So let's... Well, what we could do... during the enemy phase, we can dodge 1 and tuck another card under us. Then if we can tuck another card under us during the Mythos phase, we'll actually be in shriveling range. So let's do that. So we are a 2 versus 2. Chaos Bag says -5, so that's not going to work. Let's try it again. And another -5. So the Chaos Bag decides to pile on top of the dog pile on top of me. So we go to the enemy phase. We take a bunch of attacks, one of which we can cancel. That being either one. And then we take a damage and a horror from one of them. There's a perception. That's not going to help us very much. Upkeep. We get a steadfast. We need 10 or more. 14 minus 3. So our steadfast is still good. We're at 5 of 7. We draw a Snake Scourge, which will blank our machete. Oh, the encounter deck is comboing in this game quite beautifully. Didn't gain Surge at least. That's nice. So our non-weakness item, that's just the so we could shuffle that. What happens if we shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4? We could get up to 4. They both have 3 health, which is terrible. This is one of those no-win situations where there are no good answers. I think maybe we go for the resign option. If we could evade the one guy and the other guy and then run away. I just feel using a Dark Insight on a Snake Scourge just doesn't... I don't like it, but that would move our willpower up to 4. So we'd have to kill the Brood with 2 shots, kill the Fang with 2 shots, which is 4 actions, and we don't have that. So we'd take another attack. All right. Don't want to do that, but the... all right. Now we get a card. There's our key. There is the key, which gives us even more willpower if we can get it down. So now we are a 4 versus 2. Chaos Bag says Skull, that's a -3 because there is a Doom at our location, so we miss and we take a horror. This game. I'm gonna kill one of these guys if it kills me first. There's a 0, so we do hit him once. And one more time. There's a cultist. That is -X. X number of locations with Doom. Hey, that's a -1, so this guy dies. And we take another horror. Well, we got rid of one of them. We can deny. We just take a damage and a horror from this guy. I don't really want to deny that yet. We get a flashlight. Okay, that's what we need to grab some of these clues. 5, 6 of 7. Chaos Bag gives us a deep dark. Okay, now we can use our machete again. So we are 7, 14. So we can use our steadfast on that. On the machete to hit this guy. So we'd be 3, 4. Oh no, our machete is still because we're cursed. Let's shrivel him. Chaos Bag gives us another -5, so that's not going to work. I might play the Gathering after this just to ease my mind and just so I can beat something. So we took an action, and he has Retaliate, of course, so we take another damage and horror, and flailing feebly at the Fang. Let's just attack him. Let's just attack him. Steadfast. We are taken 9, so it's actually only worth 1. 5 or more. 14. I think we're just okay. Yeah, we are just okay. So it has 2, so that will be... That brings us up to 1, 2, 3, 4. A big 4. Chaos Bag gives us another -5. Okay, now the Chaos Bag has decided to what's that? 3 -5s? 2. Yeah, there were back-to-back -5s, and then I think I drew 2 others this game. So he will kill us. I'm sorry, people. I'm trying to... I am not having good games tonight. Well, that was a brutal game. The double Curse of Yig really did me in there. So that was not ideal. So let us... I'm not sure I can even alter this deck in this because of the because of the way that I'm not sure the Octagon update changed it enough to fix it. But let's give it a try. Let me see here. I'm going to see if I can't change this deck. What do we need to do? Okay, we need, if we're going to beat this thing, we need Ancestral Travel in there. For sure. Prepared for the Worst can go. Or Astral Travel. Why am I saying Ancestral? What's the... Hey, it's letting me add cards again. Okay, so good. Okay, so I'm going to go and fix the Chaos bag here too, while I'm at it. Yeah, so Doom of Eztli is a hard scenario. It feels like at the beginning you spend a lot of time spinning your wheels, and then you sort of have to try to make up the time at the end. Is this thing adding a 5 to it? Or is it adding my 5 to the wrong? Ah. Yeah, it just crashed. Well, that's nice. Let's switch here. Yeah, so my Octagon just crashed because of this stupid bug that was introduced in the last update. Let's see if we can bring it back up here. And so we're stuck with the decks we've got. While Octagon is reloading. We are going to for some reason it let me add a card and then it wouldn't let me add the -5. So so maybe the cards are okay. It's the number tokens that are causing the crashes. What do we want to play? Which decks do I have here? Oh, that might be interesting. All right. Whoops. I didn't want to do that. All right. Switch back here. Everything's up and running again, or it is not. There we go. Back and working. All right. I am not too sure what we're going to play right now. I'm thinking I do have a Finn Edwards deck that I was playing through the Path to Carcosa that I ended up at the Unspeakable Oath, and I'm kind of interested in playing that one. So yeah, 4 to 5 experience would probably help the deck. The issue I found when you start adding, maybe I can add cards. I'm going to try that again because I think it's the number tokens it doesn't like. So if we can add cards, that would be ideal, and then I can just leave the number. I can add the numbers manually. Okay, so we need, if we're going to beat this thing, we need an Astral Travel. I will take out the Prepared for the Worst for that. I think I'm going to take out an Evidence as well. So we'll add 2 astral travels. So that will get us back to the beginning if we need to. Where's everything going here? What is going on here? All right. So if I was to be adding 4 to 5 experience worth of cards, what would you suggest that I add? I'd love to add level 5 Deny Existence. That thing is a monster. Let me see. What can I think of? Level 2 45 automatic would help kill enemies, but it's probably not going to do enough on its own. Upgrading Shriveling won't help. I've heard Premonition works alright in this sort of deck, but I don't think that's going to solve the problem either. Let me see, what if we I'm going to replace the 45s. That's true. The upgraded 45 cancels Retaliate. That is a good call. That would certainly help prevent some of that damage that we're taking. Okay, so we've got new guns. We've got some better movement in astral travel if we get to the end. Upgrading Wards of Protection doesn't help us. Feel like I'm just not sure Steadfast does enough in this sort of deck. I know that Doc Leo plays it with Torrents of Power, and he's using Mists of Relay to power it. So if I took out the machetes, oh, I can store my gun under Diana? That had not occurred to me. I'm not too sure. I'm not too often how often I would want to do that. Let's change this up quite a bit here. Okay, so we're gonna grab Mist, and we are gonna grab Mist, and then we're gonna change Steadfast to Torrent of Power. I'll take a couple of those. Anything else we want? Yeah, no, that's a good point, that if you do cancel something with it, you can place it. You said Premonitions are good, but I'm not too sure what I want to take out for them. I always feel that with playing Mystics that they just don't have the resources, and so I play cash in them, but I know he doesn't. But then I would feel like I'd need the Renfield. I need to get Renfield out early. Yeah, beat cop is a good idea too. Yeah, maybe I'll. Okay, I'm gonna keep the cash. We'll switch Renfield to the beat. We'll switch Renfield to beat cop 2 because there's so many enemies in this scenario that have 3 bloody health that you need something to take them down. All right, so summary of changes. We have added Mists, we've added Beat Cop 2, we've added Level 2 45, we've added Astral Travel, we've swapped Steadfast for Torrent of Power, which we are hopefully going to fuel with the Mists or in a pinch with a Shriveling. So that's what we're going to do, and we'll see how we do this time around. Yeah, it is just the, for whatever reason, it does not like the number tokens now. So I will just, yeah, okay, we're good to go here. All right. Any last words before we lurch once more into the breach here against Doom of Eztli? Say them now or forever hold your peace. It's tricky to monitor chat and play at the same time. I see that you guys are catching my mistakes, which is great. I do see them from time to time. And let's get started. So we will load some decks up. Bound and determined to beat this thing. This is such a gatekeeper scenario on this campaign that if you can't get through here, I think if you can get through Doom, then Threads is okay. I've had really good games against Threads. I've had a couple of stinkers, but for the most part, I've been able to get through Threads okay. And then, of course, you run into Boundary Beyond, and that's another gatekeeper. And that one is really painful because it seems like if you screw that one up, then you're it has a lot of campaign significant events happen as a result of it, and then you can really sort of dig yourself in a hole in that one. And then of course if you get through that, then you get to play Heart of the Elders many times depending on how your deck is built. I know I was playing my Leo Anderson deck through it, and I think I played it 6 times, and then I just got sick of it, and I put in 2 copies of Elusive, and then it took me 3 more games to beat it. But I don't think you should have to play a scenario 9 times in order to finish it. All right, I think we're set up. We're ready to go. Enough talk. Let's play. We'll draw another random weakness. We get amnesia this time. So we could lose our hand. That's the worst. That's just another terrible thing. Although Dark Insight can deal with it. It can shuffle it away. And Deny Existence can get rid of it in its entirety. So we'll have to keep that in mind. All right, opening hand, Dark Prophecy, Flashlight, Astral Travel, Deny Existence, and a Vicious Blow. Not a whole lot of great options. Flashlight is a keeper for sure. We'll keep the Deny. I'm going to throw the Astral because we don't need it yet, and I'm going to throw the Vicious Blow. There's our Beat Cop. There's our Key. And there's the Twilight Blade. Okay. That's only 8, 11 worth of resources. All right. So we've got a Beat Cop and a Key. That is pretty good. And we've got our Blade. So if we go Beat Cop, oh, that Blade uses, oh, you may use. The Twilight Blade is may use willpower, so we don't have to use willpower. But it doesn't really do us any good. doesn't give us any damage or anything like that, so it's not... dropping the blade isn't all that useful right at the moment. So we need... I gotta go for the key, I guess. I think that's the... that is our best option for number 1. We get our key. So we're up to 2 willpower and 4 intellect. We'll need the flashlight if we want to beat Ancient Halls and the Guardian Chamber. Flashlight is, I think the Guardian Chamber is a 2, is it? So the flashlight will be big there. Let's investigate 4-2. Chaos Bag says Elder Sign. So there's 2 games out of 3 we've started off with an Elder Sign. Just gives us a +2, doesn't give us anything else. And then we can go exploring. Am I ready to go exploring? I don't think I want to go exploring yet. Let's shuffle it. I think I'm going to take a resource instead. We've got a lot of expensive stuff we need to play. So let's grab a resource. We get our Vicious Blow back. So we've got a Vicious Blow and a Beat Cop. We get a Doom and our encounter card. Final Mistake. That's the third game in a row, I think. Excuse me. I'm using your mug, Tim. It's a fantastic mug. Keeps my drinks nice and cold. Kudos to you and your wife for the mug. Let's so Final Mistake. We're going 3-2 or 3-2, or we take 2 damage. We can deny the damage, but maybe we'll get lucky again. We get a skull. That is a -1, so we do pass this time. All right. 3 actions. We can play. So hard, because if you draw that Ancient Hall, then you've got to spend resources or you lose the clues on it to Doom. Yeah, we don't have a cache to deal with it. The most we could get would be 1 clue off it if we were lucky. Maybe I just take another setup turn here. I'm going to play the flashlight. I think we're just going to take our time here. Because if we add Doom, we're losing time on Agenda 2A. So we need to do everything we can to avoid adding Doom. So that'll be our first action, and then we can take 2... no, I want 2 resources. Okay. Another flashlight. All right, so we've got 4 resources and another flashlight and a flashlight down, so now we can go exploring and feel safe that we can deal with the Ancient Hall. Creeping Poison, we are not poisoned. But it surges into Lost in Time. We've got to discard a non-story asset. Oh, for Pete's sakes. I don't want to do that. I want my assets where they are. I am going to Dark Insight that. So we spend 2 resources, but we get 1 back and we get a card. There's Alyssa. Okay. That's nice. So we've got Alyssa and the Beat Cop. I'm probably going to play with the Beat Cop this game. Let's go explore. We get Secret Passage, no good. Burial Pit, no good. Ah! Entombed, not good. Entombed is not good. All right, well, we've got a couple turns to take care of the Entombed. We've also got a Twilight Blade we could use, but I really like having the Twilight Blade in play. We are a 3 versus 4. Now, remember the last time we were at this, we drew the +1, so I'm just going to go straight up. Ah, we get an auto fail. Okay, so now it's 3-3. 3-3. Or we just take a resource to prepare and drop the Beat Cop next turn. Man, just too much time. Okay, we'll take a resource. We get another key. 3 of 7. There's a Fang, so now we're stuck in a pit with a Fang of Yig on us. And we don't have a weapon. And he's the reason we put the guns in the deck in the first place. So we are a 3 versus 3, and he has Retaliate. We could use the Vicious Blow to go 4 versus 3. And then we might have to use the Twilight Blade. We'll go 4 versus 3. Elder Sign, okay. So +2, and we get a card back. I'm taking the Dark Insight back. He takes 2 damage. Okay, so now if we use the blade on him, we are going 5 versus 3. Chaos Bag says -2, so he dies. Then we play our Beat Cop. So that gets us up to 4, and we try to break the Entombed next turn. So that was our turn. We did get rid of the Fang. There's the gun. Draw a gun just as we get rid of the Fang. Not making much progress. There's an Obscuring Fog. Okay, the encounter deck cuts us a bit of slack. Okay, we need to break the Entombed. We're 4 versus 4. Chaos Bag says -3. 4 versus 3. Chaos Bag gives us a 0. Okay, so we get rid of that. Then we explore. And we get Ill Omen. Place a Doom and take a Horror. Take a Horror. We can put it on him. All right. Yeah, okay. So another slow turn. There's our evidence. 6 of 7, and we get another Ill Omen. Oh, man, oh, man. We go... and we take another Horror. All right. Okay, so we're bringing out the Harbinger this turn. Or next turn. We can get a gun out, but it's going to take us 2 actions to do it. But we might as well. So we'll gain a resource, play the gun, and then we're ready for the Harbinger now. We've got 1 action remaining, which we will use to explore, and we get a deep dark. Oh, spinning our wheels. There's a dark prophecy and a resource. So we advance. Well, at least we don't have to go far to face the Harbinger this time, because he's just gonna sit right at the entryway. All right. What does the encounter deck give us? Another enemy. Well, we've got a gun and not the machete, so that's okay. So we can shoot the Harbinger twice, and we can ding this guy with the Brood with the Beat Cop and shoot him. So we can clear all the enemies this turn. All right, Harbinger. We will shoot you. So we are 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 3. Chaos Bag says -2. So he takes 2 damage and a resource. We'll shoot him again. 6 versus 3. Chaos Bag says Skull. That's a -3. So we did do it this time. So we take care of the Harbinger. I think we'll just shoot this guy first, and then if we know whether we can kill him this turn. So we are 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. Ah, come on, Chaos Bag. Ah. We draw a tentacle, of course. So that will be, we'll not kill the Brood of Yig this turn. He will hit us for a damage and horror. And that was during the enemy phase. We draw our Amnesia, but we have Deny Existence. No. No, you don't. Amnesia. I am not dropping my hand in addition to every other terrible thing that has happened. So we do get a resource and a card out of that. There's a Shriveling. Okay. We have 3 Doom. Encounter deck gives us another Deep Dark. Okay, that's fine. Last shot at the Brood. Elder Sign. Okay. Take that back, and he will take 2 damage. We will exhaust the Beat Cop to kill the Brood. Okay, so now we can go explore. We get the Grand Chamber. Yay! How many turns is that? 8 turns, and we finally get off the entryway. Yeah, woo for the 45 automatic too. Exactly. Exactly. Makes a huge difference. So we explored. We find the Grand Chamber, 2 shroud location with 1 clue. Now, if we do not succeed by at least 2, so if we reduce it to 0 with our flashlight, we are a 4 versus 2. Or 4 versus 0. Chaos Bag's got to give us this, right? Gives us another Elder Sign. Well, look at that. Okay, so we do get this clue. Okay, we need one more clue and then we can advance. Okay, well. Gotta discard a card. Drew a Perception. That's a good choice. What do we dump? We've got an extra key. That can go. Okay, add a Doom. This Deep Dark should be gone. We have 4 of 13 Entombed. We can Dark Insight that. No, I do not want to be entombed twice a game. Thank you very much. So we get rid of that. We get a card and a resource. There's Alyssa again. Got both Alyssas. I like how we're drawing cards and getting stuff we need. I just wish we could make a little bit more progress here. We can go right to exploring. There's a final mistake. No Doom on our location, so it's just a 3 versus 2 in our favor. Chaos Bag gives us a skull. That's a -1, so we do pass that. Okay, we'll just keep exploring. We got to make up some time here. Secret passage is no good. Underground chamber? Nope. We need the burial pit. There's the altered. Yeah. Altered hall, or ancient hall, sorry. Okay, we do actually have some resources, so we can try to deal with this. 2 shroud location with 3, or 3 shroud location with 2 clues, and if we don't get rid of all the clues, they'll start flipping to Doom. So we need one of these clues right now. So if we reduce it, we use our flashlight, we go 4 versus 1. Chaos Bag says, "Ow!" Chaos Bag says, "Auto fail." All right. Well, that sucks. Well, it's only 1 clue, so we can stop it from flipping clues to Doom by spending our resources. I guess we did draw a couple Elder Signs this game. You know, the Chaos Bag can't be all... There's a ward. We're definitely keeping that. We've got 2 Alyssas. And we go to the next. We're at 5 of 13. Deep Dark. So that will stop us from gathering all the clues here. I don't like that. I need these 2 clues this turn. Shoot. I'm going to cancel that. I hate to use a ward on that, but I need these clues this turn. We will spend a resource and gain a resource. And we'll draw a card, which is Dark Prophecy. All right, we need these 2 clues this turn. So we will reduce it to 1 shroud at the Ancient Hall. We are going 4 versus 1 again. Chaos Bag says skull. That is a -1. So we grab the 1 clue. We will pitch our perception. to go 4, 5, 6 versus 3. Chaos Bag says Elder Sign. We are taking back our Dark Insight. And we get another card. We get a dodge. But we do get this clue. Okay. So we can advance. There's no downside to advancing now. There can't be many. There's 4 cards in the deck. There's a burial ground. There's a the secret chamber. There's the underground chamber and 1 treachery. Okay, I will advance. We will flip this over. So we shuffle the Chamber of Time back into the exploration deck. I'm not sure that really helps us. We might be able to get out without having to go through all of the locations at once. And then we've got to add this to the victory display since we don't have chalk. All right. We need 2 clues, and we need to be at the chamber, and we need to draw our astral travel, and we can win the game. So let's see if we can do this. We might as well explore again. Just keep on moving here. There's the underground chamber. That's not the one I really wanted. Although it was the only one we could have gone to. Actually, yeah, we could get there in 2 explorers if we get lucky. 1 clue, 2 shroud location, 1 clue. While there are any enemies there, it's considered to be in the victory display for purposes of vengeance. After it leaves play, place a doom. So if we clear this, we get a vengeance at the end of the game. We do need 1 clue, though. We need 2. If we don't draw... if we draw drawn to the flame, will get us the 2 clues at the chamber. Let's see. Okay. 3, 4, 5. So we're doing, actually, in terms of doom, we're doing pretty well this game. We draw another perception. I'm gonna pitch... could pitch. What are the tokens worth? -1s, -1s. Okay. Tokens are actually not bad. Think the evidence. Okay, so we're at 6 of 13. We get a creeping poison. We're not poisoned. We get an ancestral fear, place a doom, or we add it to the victory display. We add it to the victory display. We get a snake scourge, which blanks our items. So our items are blank. So we have 1 less intellect right now. Okay, so I think the weakness in the exploration deck is the Crypt Chill. And if we draw the Crypt Chill, we can get rid of the flashlight. Let's do that. We'll explore. There's the Crypt Chill. Okay, I don't care. We fail it, so I discard the flashlight. No problem. Okay. I think that's the last treachery out of the deck, so we can explore again. There's the chamber, no good. Burial pit. Oh, we're going to have to do this the long way, are we? Burial pit. Ah, shoot. I was really hoping we would have drawn that other location. Okay, so we're going to have to do 2 more explorers to get there. Or we just go back to the underground ruins. Or actually, no, it's just... Yeah, it doesn't matter. We have to do 2 more explorers. We need 1 clue. Or 2 clues. We've got a flashlight we could use, but we've got to deal with the burial pit. Once again, we are at this stupid thing where we got to play. We have got to either draw 2 cards from the encounter deck or place 2 doom. We're at 6 of 13, so we can't afford the doom. Let's just draw cards. First one, Lost in Time. Shuffle non-story asset you control into your deck. Moving all damage. Okay, the gun is empty. Sure. No problem. Okay, that was a pretty mild one. Second one, we get a brood. I'm going to Dark Insight the brood. So he will go away. And we get a card. There's a ward and a resource. Okay, so we got through the burial pit without having to add doom. That's really good. If we explore, we just need 2 clues, right? And that thing has 2 clues. So if we explore again, we're going to get the secret passage, which we get. So it's a 5-shroud location with 1 clue, and after you enter secret passage, you must either take a horror and a damage or place a doom on secret passage. I will take a horror and a damage. We will go... We can take 1 of each. We won't trigger our key yet. Okay. That was the investigation phase. Ah, we drew the astral travel. Awesome. Okay. Now. Okay, so we've got an astral travel. We can get ourselves to the start. So we're going to need the perception to grab us a clue. Alyssa, like, we don't have that many resources, though. We only have 1 resource. So we're keeping that, and that, and that. I'm going to get rid of the Dark Prophecy. Okay, so we've got all we need really is a Drawn to the Flame. If we draw a Drawn to the Flame, then we can grab the 2 clues at the chamber, play our astral travel to zip back, and we can win. Okay. So we add a doom. We're at 7 of 13. Get a Crypt Chill again. care about the key. Ward is free, but we trigger the key then if we plop it. At which point we're down to 3. Yeah, I'm gonna trigger. It's either that or lose the beat cop. Is losing the beat cop bad? This thing should be gone too. If we could play Alyssa. If we lose the beat cop and play Alyssa, then we'd be up to 3, 4, 5. We've got some time. It's just getting those resources for that astral travel out. I think we sacrifice the beat cop if we lose this, which is a 0, which of course we do. Oh no! 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't. Haha. Suck it. Awesome. Okay, so we didn't have to sacrifice anything because I can't count. And I've got 4 willpower. Take that. All right, now we explore. So we get the chamber. Okay. So we get the chamber, 4 shroud location, 2 clues. After it enters play, we attach this to it and we add a doom to the chamber. So we're 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of 13. Okay, so we just need these 2 clues and have 3 resources and we can get out of this. Okay, so if we haven't drawn our Drawn to the Flame. I feel like the flashlight's the best way to go. Because then we just need a turn. Yes. Okay, second action, flashlight. Third action, investigate. Triggering the flashlight, so it's a 3, 4 versus 2. 6 versus 2. Chaos Bag says 0. We get a clue. Okay, and we get a card. Ah! Terrible secrets triggers. Haha, but we can deny its existence. Because it ignores it. It doesn't cancel it. Am I correct? Take horror. There are no cards, otherwise either discard that card or take a horror. Cannot be cancelled. But it is ignored. Yes, okay, so Terrible Secrets is ignored with Deny Existence. Haha! Take that. And we get a card and a resource out of that as well. And we go up to 5 willpower. There's our torrent of power. That isn't going to help us. The resource is going to help us, though, for sure. So that was investigation. We draw our second copy of Astral Travel. We go 8 of 13 and we draw Terran Time, test 3 willpower. We are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We lose an action or take horror. 5 versus 3. So we're at 2. So we're going to take a horror or lose an action. One action to grab that. No, we cancel it. We will cancel that, and we will sacrifice the beat cop. So we get a resource and a card since it's a different phase. There's our mists, but that's fine. Oh, did I cancel that too late? Let me see here. No, I don't think I can cancel that. I canceled it too late. Where was it? So I need to lose an action. I'll just lose an action. We drew a card too, so we have to shuffle that back in. Okay, so we lost an action. Okay, so now we have 2 actions, so we can use our flashlight to go 3, 4 versus 2, 5 versus 2. Chaos Bag says 0, so we grab that. Okay, so now we just need basically 1 turn and we can get out. We've got the 2 clues. Okay, so now we can rearrange. Spend the 2 to flip this. We do the mighty rearrangement. So we get the relic. This goes here. This goes over here. We can arrange the things in any order we wish. Doesn't really matter though, because we're going to cheat and play astral travel. Okay, we've got 1 action. I shouldn't have this resource. I should only have 2. I'm going to take a resource just because I do have a ward still that I can cancel. We should actually have our beat cop back, but that's fine. I will remember. So that's that. So we just need to survive this turn and then we can rabbit out of here. See what the encounter deck gives us: an Ancestral Fear, place a Doom, and discard Ancestral Fear. We will add it to the victory display. It surges into Curse of Yig. That doesn't affect us. Right now we gain 3 actions. Move any revealed location. Random token. So we will play our Ancestral Travel, spend 3 resources, and reveal a token. It's a -1. We are fine. We move to the entryway, and we resign, and we win! Victory! Only took us 3 damn games to do it. But astral travel, of course. In this scenario, amazing. Well, it's nice to finally get a win out of that. Yeah, I mean, with not having to deal with enemies, it makes the game a lot easier, obviously. But, yeah, no, I know I don't lose the cop if I lose the action, but, so yeah, a victory in the end. So the 5 of you who stuck around to watch it, I hope you you enjoyed that. that was a fun game there when things started to happen. I think actually, playing it really slow at the beginning and just taking my time and getting set up and keeping the Doom off the locations was really key. I think it would have been very easy to rush through the Grand Chamber and the Ancient Halls and potentially end up with a lot of extra Doom on those locations, which of course would leave us, if like we were at 7, 8, 9, 10. So if you add Doom to either of those locations, suddenly the game, instead of having 3 turns, you have 0 turns. And so you would end up dying pretty quickly, or just not having enough time to pull out the victory. But playing things like Astral Travel or Elusive in this particular scenario, I feel is just vital. At least in solo, I don't think I can't recall a game where I've actually been able to get out just by running. I think I've come very close to doing it, but I always seem to be a turn or 2 short. But who knows? I mean, maybe if I play this again and just simply take my time. We had 7, 8, 9, 10. So I had 1. I would have had... So we added Doom 1, 2, 3, added Doom 1 to Resign. So I could have done it if the encounter deck had cooperated. I think I might have had enough time to just run out the old-fashioned way. But why not when you've got Astral Travel? I will take that any day of the week. So I think that's 3 games of Doom of Eztli is going to be, I think, it for me. Very happy to pick up the win. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to play Marie, who I was hoping to play, because I've never played her before, and I was looking forward to giving her a try. Level 2 45 automatic came in, like all the cards that we added in between the second and third scenario played a big role. I think the only one that Torrent of Power didn't do anything. Let me see what else. Mists didn't do anything, but the 45s and Astral Travel certainly pulled their weight in that final game. So thanks very much, everyone, for tuning in to the stream tonight. I hope you enjoyed the games. If you missed anything, or if you missed the stream, of course you can always come and check it out at some point later. I'm probably gonna stream. I'm gonna try to stream a little bit more often than I have in the past. I know this is only the second stream, and recently I haven't streamed very much, but I would like to do more of it. And it's always great when you guys come in and tune in to help out and offer your advice, and it's always great to chat with you. So I hope that you will tune in the next time. I will try to let anybody know. If you would like to be notified of when I am streaming, I will put together an email list. If you do want to be notified, you can contact me at manfromlang@gmail.com, and I will add you to a list so I can notify you when I am going to be streaming. I have playthroughs lined up here for the Circle Undone. I'm going to be recording those probably in the next day or 2. I'm going to play The Witching Hour at least, and with Diana Stanley, and then I'm going to be playing At Death's Doorstep right after that, and then we're right into The Secret Name. So I'm really looking forward to that one, because I want to get into the Witch House, which is one of my favorite stories. So I am looking forward to playing that one as well. And of course, there'll be some card reviews. If you haven't checked out the Great Old Ones podcast, do so. I will leave a link to the website in the show notes. That is the podcast I do with Nate, aka Lost in Time and Space. Also, Innkeeper Vase Odin from the Twisted Tentacle Inn, and Nathan Early who runs the Guardian Games game store. He's also involved in a lot of custom content creation. So you can check, I believe you can check his work out at Arkham Central if you have not already done so. So thanks again for tuning in. Great to get that win right at the end of the scenario, and do check out the content that's coming. And thank you very much for tuning in tonight. It's appreciated. Have a good evening. That's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoy what you hear, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you need to contact me, I can be reached at manfromleng@gmail.com. I'm also on Twitter at manfromleng. Until the stars are right, keep your shotgun close and your Elder sign closer. Take care out there, and happy investigating.